Okay, and we actually saw work of art in the same sentence. 所以 work of art 意思就是指像是绘画啦，或是雕塑品的艺术品。Okay.
All right, so they've made their first sculpture, but that's before having any drinks, any alcohol. Then it says, after that, things get interesting. This is when things get fun and special and strange and unusual. The contestants take a break to enjoy some cocktails in the name of science. So this is when they start to drink the alcohol, and you can probably guess what happens after that. But yes, first you need to drink a few adult drinks or cocktails, we could say, alcoholic beverages. What is a cocktail? It's a kind of drink. It involves alcohol, and generally you're mixing alcohol with other alcohol or alcohol with juice.
So you get drunk very easily.
It can make you very drunk very easily, but it also makes the taste of the alcohol maybe not quite so strong. Something like vodka with orange juice would be a very common cocktail that you might try once you're old enough to try it. For example, at this bar they make many kinds of colorful cocktails, and they're all quite expensive, so be careful. Anyways.
OK, 所以呢，我们刚刚有知道 cocktail 就是鸡尾酒，所以刚刚我们就提到他们第一件的雕塑品完成了之后，怎么样事情变得更有趣了？没错，就是要喝这个鸡尾酒。但是是以什么呢 ？In the name of science，、是以科学之名 ，OK， 品尝鸡尾酒好吗
Oh, so they're not just getting drunk
for fun.
They're getting drunk for science. In the name of science.
In the name of, okay.
That's a good excuse.
Okay.
Anyways, back to the show. It says after getting a bit drunk, they start working on a second sculpture.
Nice.
All right, so maybe they have just one or two cocktails. Not so much that they're falling down, just to see if the drinking, makes their brains work in a slightly more interesting way. All right.
OK， 所以在有点微醺之后，当然就要开始来比较这个喝之前跟之后，这个雕塑品是否会比较有创意，所以他们就开始雕塑第二座的雕像。Okay, and then they compare the two?
That's right. At the end of the challenge, after they've finished their second sculpture, at the end of the challenge, a judge compares the before and after sculpture. So they're not competing against each other. They're competing against their earlier non-drinking, their earlier sober sculpture. Sober is when you've had no drinks. And their second drunk sculpture. And to see which one is more interesting to a judge. I guess they don't tell the judge, right? They probably don't tell the judge. Just which one do you like more? They don't tell them which one.
That's more fun. Okay. 对，当然我们在猜啦，估计他们应该不会特定跟这个评审说哪一个是 before， 哪个是 after，就是你喝这个 cocktail， 喝这个鸡尾酒之前的作品。所以比赛之后，反正评审就会比较前跟后的雕像，然后呢，是否这个 after 或是第二座的，他因为喝了酒之后会比较 creative，so we don't know.
That's right. Well, what does the judge decide or conclude? It says he concludes that alcohol affects people in different ways. Absolutely. I was thinking this at the beginning. Some people would get more creative with alcohol. Some people would just get silly and stupid.
Or
sleepy. So it does affect people in different ways. If two people have the same glass of wine, one person will be one way after, another person will be a totally different way after. We're all different, really.
真的啊，这个其实我跟Mike好像早就有一点知道，他就是反正这个评审说他总结 conclude 都是去总结，酒以不同的方式影响人。Some people get sleepy， 有人可能喝酒会爱困，有的人呢可能 possibly that they'll become more creative.
That's right.
Okay.
As we read on, it says it or alcohol, it has seemed to help some contestants to relax and use their imagination. That's what you might hope, right? It makes you more relaxed. You're less nervous about doing something silly, or you use your imagination more. If you're not drinking, you might be like, I'd like to do it, but I'm not brave enough. But it's like, I don't care. I'm an artist. I can do whatever I want. I'll use my imagination.
OK， 所以酒似乎可以帮助一些参赛者怎么样 relax 放松，并且发挥他们的 imagination， 就是想象力。 OK， 我们来看一下 seem 其实会用在很多的句型当中，比方像是 somebody seems to， 然后后面接一个动词，或是 it seems that 什么什么。好，首先我们我们来举个例好了。如果我们说 Ken seems to have no courage to tell the truth， 这里呢就是有似乎的意思 ，seem 就是指似乎，不是很精确的一个推论。当然呢，同样的句子呢，其实我们也可以用什么来代换？ It seems that， 然后在后面接下这个子句，就是其中的 it 是虚主词，然后 that 所引导的子句才是真正的主词。所以刚刚同样的句子，我可以这样子的代换，我可以说 It seems that Ken has no courage to tell the truth.
And well, we don't really know if alcohol helps with this, but if you want to be an artist, you definitely need to have a good imagination. It's a noun. Basically, it's that ability to think of new and creative and surprising, interesting, funny, entertaining things, all right? If you're a writer, your imagination will make up stories and characters. If you're a songwriter or singer, musician, your imagination will help you come up with new songs, new tunes, new melodies, new words for songs as well. That's what we artists use in every single way you can possibly imagine, from a fashion designer designing new clothes, to an actor bringing new character to life, to a writer or a musician writing a new work. For example, Leonardo da Vinci's imagination still amazes us today. He invented helicopters 500 years ago.
I thought you were going to say Leonardo DiCaprio. Okay.
Leonardo DiCaprio's imagination is impressive.
Yeah,
maybe.
okay.
I don't know.
When he's acting, maybe.
Right.
Okay, imagination 就是想象力，它来自于这个动词就是 imagine， 也就是想象。Okay, usually I think of kids as well. They have pretty good imagination.
Lots of kids do. That's right.
Okay,
and they don't drink alcohol.
No.
Think about that.
Okay, so for example, I could probably use it in a sentence like this. The author does not tell us what happens to the characters. We have to use our imagination.
We have to use our own minds to make it up, to think of what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's the fun of it.
Back to the article. Meanwhile, it has led to others, the alcohol has led to others becoming frustrated or creating really terrible art.
I knew it.
So some had their imaginations unleashed, let loose to run wild and be super creative. Others got frustrated, they got lazy, they just made really bad art, basically, as we learned. Everybody is different. Now, all of this is going on at the same time, which is why it's a great idea to use this adverb meanwhile. It's often used in storytelling or something like that to show that two actions, although they're very different, they might be in different places for different reasons, they're taking place at around the same time. All right, so the bad guy caught the good guy's girlfriend and was tying her to a chair. Meanwhile, the good guy was riding a horse to come and save her. These two things were happening at the same time.
OK， 所以同时呢 ，OK， 酒也导致其他人怎么样气馁啦 ，frustrated 或是创造怎么样恐怖的艺术品。本来就是啊，因为很多人喝酒就是有不同的酒品，不是吗 ？Meanwhile， 这里的副词是在表示 at the same time， 同时在此时间，所以它是要比较说每一个人喝酒有不同的一些可能对于 art 就是创作艺术的一个行为。Okay, so how can I use this in a sentence? I could probably say something like, you can set the table.
Okay.
Meanwhile, I'll start making dinner. So
All right.
it's happening at the same time.
We'll do those things at the same time, right? Back to the article. Thus, as we come to a conclusion, as we wrap it up, thus it's decided that there is some truth to this myth, but not much. So alcohol can help people be creative, but it's not a key, it's not a magical thing that makes everyone into Picasso or anything like that. No, absolutely not.
Okay, thus 就是我们说因此 OK 我们现在来做一个可能就是一个结论啦认定这个迷思有些真实性但是不尽然哦 But I knew this already, sort of.
Well, yeah, a lot of people would be able to give you that idea. Regardless, it says the competition continues. So no matter what happens with these busting myths or anything, the competition to find the new hosts of Mythbusters that will continue on no matter what.
Wow, okay, so regardless, 不管怎么样，比赛还是要继续呀。
All right, so to see which competitors make it to the end to become the new hosts, tune into Mythbusters The Search on Discovery. Good advice. All right, we've been talking a lot about contests, competitions, challenges, games, things like that. A competitor, our last vocab word for today, it's a noun, of course. It's a person who is in a contest or a competition. The competitor competes in the competition. If you're a player in a game, you're a competitor. If you're someone trying to win the spelling contest at school, you're a competitor. It doesn't have to be for sports. It could be a singing competition, a spelling competition, a chess competition. Anyone taking part in the game, trying to play the other players, trying to win, try to become the champion, that person is a competitor.
OK， 所以想要知道两位参赛者会撑到最后成为下一批主持人，一定要记得 tune in， 要收看这个 Discovery 频道的留言终结者的新秀选拔。不过这里我们看到 competitor， 其实之前我们有学到 contestant 就已经是参赛者。那如果你参加一个 competition or contest， 这时候当然你还可以用 competitor 来表示参赛者啦，或是对手这样的意思。So for example, if I say she is a fierce competitor, it just means she's someone who tries very hard to win.
Yeah.
Or she's very competitive. OK， 就是很好胜、好竞争这样的意思。Okay, that comes to the end of today's article. Let's now go to our For You chat.
Okay.